The problem is that the daughters are going to be there. I feel like I'm going to cut this entire thing out. I'm going to cut this entire thing out. So the thing that I wanted to talk to you guys, the other thing that I wanted to mention with you guys is I was thinking about book 5 while I was out on the balcony. Take 2. We're going to start this whole video over because what was that? What was that? Lord. Okay, so chapter 4 is done. Was it chapter 4 or was it chapter 3? Jeez. Chapter 3 is done, and I'm about to start chapter 4, and this is where it gets a little tricky because I don't know what the next chapter is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the next chapter is. I like the direction that chapter 3 went in. I like the way I ended it. However, I'm not sure what the next step is. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue writing tonight because I have no idea what chapter 4 is, like whose POV it's under, what is happening. Like, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit before I start writing it. So far the document is at 4,600 words, 46, but 4,600 words. So we're still kind of picking up momentum a little bit. We still have a long way to go before we finish this book. But yeah, that is my next thing, is to figure out what chapter 4 is. What is chapter 4 about? We're not ready to lead into the big epic thing. I think I need another 2 chapters before we lead into the big epic thing that's going to happen. The big act 2 of the book. We're still finishing up act 1. I just have to make sure I get my timeline in my head correct before we do that. So yeah, that's next. I didn't put the mic on right now, so I hope you guys can hear me. As always, that's always what I'm gonna say, is I hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, that's what we have next. I keep saying the same thing. Anyways, yeah. Hey guys. So yeah. This is my second time attempting to do this, and it's just, I have been recording for 11 minutes, you guys, and the first 10 minutes I'm scrapping the entire thing because what was I thinking? Anyways, I was going to try to write for a little longer because my goal today was to try to get 4 chapters written. I wrote 3 yesterday. The goal was to try to at least get 4 chapters today because I just knew with the way I was feeling when I woke up, which is why I didn't turn the camera on until now. I knew I wasn't going to want to record anything and I wasn't going to want to write. So I just was like, I'm not going to get the 10,000 words. Let's at least try to get 4 chapters written. I am ending the day with 2 full chapters. They're both done, chapters 4 and 5. Chapter 6 has been started. I think I'm about 900 words in it, but I'm not going to finish. I'm not. All I want to do right now is lay down and read, and I'm not going to force myself to continue writing. I'm going to lay down and read. The crazy thing is about not continuing to write is the fact that I'm actually at a very interesting part in the story. And the only reason that I'm finding it interesting is because of what happened in chapter 5. Is that bad? That me as the writer, the only reason I'm finding it interesting is because chapter 5, the way chapter 5 ended, it was like, oh, I'm ready to write chapter 6. But I also, after I finished chapter 5, I also made dinner and ate 2 servings. Yeah, it was 2 servings or 3. It was good, you guys. I ate and now I'm just tired and I don't want to write anymore. Anyways, chapter 5 was a revelation for me because when I planned out this entire series in my mind, and sometimes on paper, I don't have the paper where I planned it out. I have a whole series Bible, but I don't have it here, I don't think. But when I planned this out, I know how the series ends, and I know very pivotal moments that happen throughout the series. Even though I struggle with each book, I know the very, very important moments that happen throughout the series, and we just have to lead up to those moments. One of the things that I planned out with this book was that the girls, they're witches, so I knew that magic was going to play a part in the story. Like, they're witches, so of course magic is going to play a part in the story. The thing is that I had it where they really could do their abilities, and that was it. They do their abilities. I didn't have it where there was these grand spells and things like that. However, in book 3, I did have them cast a spell, and it was so stupid how they came about this, because it was a spell that they found on the internet and they cast it and it worked. But the way I kind of rationalize that in my mind is the only reason that it works is because they're actually naturally born witches. So, of course, they're naturally born witches. It would work when they cast a spell. They do have a family grimoire. However, they don't have access to this grimoire, so they can't do that. But in chapter 5, I did have their mom, Eve, cast a spell from the grimoire, and it was just it wasn't that intricate, but it was pretty intricate. I might have to expand upon it through editing. I don't know yet, but it was just like, they might actually have powers, like more than just these abilities that they have. There might be I think the way this is going to work is that they're going to be able to do more, because when I first initially introduced the grimoire in book 2, I introduced it kind of like a family history book. It had a lot of family history in it, but I never mentioned if there were any spells in it. But yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it does contain the family history, which is important because family plays a very big part in this series. Um, but yeah, so after I finished chapter 5 and I was waiting for my food that I was cooking, I was kind of just walking around the apartment, hanging out on the balcony. Like I said, I was so tired today. I was tired of sitting. I was writing on my phone so that I wouldn't have to sit anymore. And I was just thinking, and I was thinking about book 5, which we're going to start on October 1st. Book 5, I'm going to do this 3-month challenge all over again, because I am determined that no matter how rough we are going right now with this book, book 4 will be released on September 30th. And on October 1st, we will start this all over again. 3 months doing the same thing with book 5. That I'm holding on to that. That is what's going to happen. But I was thinking about book 5, and I'm like, there is something that happens in book 5, and I'm not going to spoil it. I'm also not going to go too much into details if you haven't read the first 3 books, which I really hope that you would read the first 3 books. But something happens, and I was like, oh, how does that work? And I was going to talk it out with you guys, but then I'm like, that's spoiling it. So my mom's working, but she works from home. So I messaged her because I knew that she would respond, and she did, and we talked it out. And so I have it figured out. So I don't know everything that's going to happen in book 5, but this one very important detail, I have that now. That I have that detail ready. So that kind of is exciting about how this is going. Yeah. And I am going to do my cover reveal. I didn't know if I wanted to drag it out a little bit longer, but no, because we were supposed to have this cover last week, so we might as well just reveal it. So I'm going to reveal the cover of book 4 tomorrow. Yeah, it is set in stone because I am excited about this cover name. So it's set in stone. I'm not going to change my mind. That's the title of the book. So did I say cover reveal? Title reveal. Lord, see, this is why I need to stop. I'm tired. I'm mixing things up. I don't have a cover yet because I just came up with a title. So we'll do the title reveal tomorrow. And I feel like I'm saying words that don't make any sense. So we are going to end this here. And I'm just going to relax for the rest of the day and just read until I fall asleep, which probably won't be long because I'm tired. That's that. This video was a mess. This video was a mess. I don't think I said any words that made any sense at all. So, if you made it all the way to the end, leave me a laughing emoji in the comment. That's the only thing we can do right now. When in doubt, people, laugh. So if you made it this far, leave me a laughing emoji in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up. And if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Taquanda Taylor. I am the author of the paranormal drama series, The Five Sisters. The first 3 books is available on Amazon now, and I am currently in the process of writing book 4, which we will reveal the title soon. Give this video a subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.